Hey, Nae the Faves, how are you all doing? Listen, okay? You can look at my life and see what I see. If you look into my life, is it my life or my eyes? My life, my life, my life, my life, and the sunshine. Okay, listen, let it burn like Ursha, baby. Let it burn like Ursha. Yes, I know I'm giving like, you know, dark room vibes. Let me put a little lotion on for y'all. Anywho. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Janae Adele Show here on YouTube. I am your girl, Janae Adele. Hello to my Nae the Faves. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you had a good day off for Martin Luther King's birthday. Listen, guys, I'm here with another video. But before I do that, where are my manners? Please drop down in the comments and give me your mental weather checks. When I say mental weather checks, let me know how you're doing on the inside. We know how it is on the outside. It's like so icy entertainment on the outside, but I want to know how you're feeling on the inside. Are you feeling, you know, bright and sunny? Or are you feeling like cloudy and icy? You got an ice box where your heart used to be. You know what I'm saying? Let me know so I can pray for you as you pray for me. My, you know what? I'm going to give y'all my mental weather check for today. My mental weather check is like so-so, like a little so-so death. You know, parts of it is sun shining, and then, you know, I got a little overcast in some parts, but that's okay. But I just wanted to hop on here with you all. I know I said give me some content ideas, so not even ideas or what y'all would like me to talk about. And one of the things I really been wanting to share with you all is how to heal of heartbreak. If you are new to my channel, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you've been here before, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Excuse me, y'all know the wig gurus over here, how I do. We like to give them a little bit of wigs every now and then. And sometimes I might drop in them with a little makeup. And sometimes y'all know I'm be hitting y'all soon with the fashion. Y'all, I got my nails done, so I'm here with it. But today I wanted to come to you all with this video on how to heal of heartbreak. In July of 2020, I was let go. Not from a job, but from a relationship. And that is okay, and it really broke my heart. And then some things transpired with friends that I thought would be around for a lifetime that broke my heart as well. So I feel like I'm a connoisseur on heartbreak. That's just how I feel. I don't know why God chose me, but you know what? Because he did, I'm gonna go ahead and do the good Lord's work, and I'm gonna be a humble servant of the Lord and go ahead and share with y'all on how to heal a heartbreak. Now, let's go ahead and define what heartbreak is. We're gonna go ahead and Google that, because some people think that heartbreak is only due to a relationship. You can be heartbroken from a loss, and some people think that loss is only due to a death. But a loss could be, you know, my boyfriend dumped me. Or a loss could be, I lost my job and I really like that job. You know, it's a loss. It's a form of loss that it's something that you have to grieve from. So, we're going to go ahead and Google. We're going to go ahead and Google what heartbreak actually is. Heartbreak. This is the Heartbreak Hotel. This is the, y'all like this little fluffy kind of wig, giving a little kinky vibes. Now, we ain't finna have no heartbreak anniversary over here. It seems like the day that I met you, but I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and get the definition of heartbreak. Okay, so what is heartbreak? And I will tell you why I'm defining these terms, because a lot of people may think of these terms and have them misconstrued. It could be something that somebody said to you that was heartbreaking. It could be something that happened or that you saw that was heartbreaking. And then we're going to move on into traumas, okay? Listen, I got you. I got you back. You want to heal from that heartbreak? I got you, sis. Okay? So, actually, Wikipedia gave us a little bit of definition. And although we don't be believing on Wikipedia like that, we're going to go ahead and give them a little go anyway. Okay. Broken heart, also known as a heartbreak or heartache, is a metaphor for the intense emotional stress or pain one feels at experiencing a great deep longing. Okay, what? We're going to read that again. Broken heart, also known as a heartbreak or heartache, is a metaphor for the intense emotional stress or pain one feels at experiencing great and deep longing. The concept is cross-cultural, often cited with reference to unreciprocated or lost love. So, the loss of love. You hear that key word? Lost. Okay? It's a loss. Okay, so, as I stated, back in July 2020, I had a really bad breakup, and it triggered heartbreak, and then we'll go into triggers too, because all of this is one big spaghetti junction of that and why I ended up in therapy. So yes, I had my heart broken, and disclaimer to this video, I'm not here to shade nobody, I'm not here to talk about nobody. I'm only here to tell you how I healed and to help other people heal, okay? So, and that's another thing. Healing has nothing to do with anybody else but you. You focus on your healing, and that is it. That is all. Nothing more, nothing less. So, I did have my heart broken. And with that, even with being heartbroken, okay, by a man, you know, it's always, girl, you'll get another one. Or like, you know, it's all right, he'll see what he's missing. Or, you know, and sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes that's not, sometimes you may not get another one. And sometimes he might not see what he's missing if he didn't want you, but we'll get there soon. Anyway, it's always, you know, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, but you're not hearing that when your heart is hurting. And when your heart is hurting, it takes a while to heal. And if you're a believer in Jesus the Christ, or you follow Christ, you follow the Bible, did you know that God does mend broken hearts? But you have to let it burn. You feel that fire? Just let it burn, cause there's no running when it's your turn. Now, do I feel like everybody is gonna get their heart broken? Possibly, but sometimes people don't, and heartbreak can come in different forms. So in this particular instance, my heartbreak came in the form of loss of a relationship. So here is how I healed from that relationship, and then we'll go into other forms of heartbreak that I've dealt with that can help you in my 30s, and how I healed from those as well. So the first things first, I knew that my heart was broken. I felt it. I wanted to sit in the bed. I wanted to be in a dark room. I wanted to cry all the time. Even with having a 2-year-old son at the time who actually had just turned 2, it was like, okay, everybody focus on your son, focus on yourself, focus on yourself. But it's like, I'm crying. And I can't stop crying. And I can't stop hurting. Like, it's easier said than done. Okay? Unless you just built like a brick wall and your heart just made out of bricks, you're gonna feel it. Especially if you really love the person. Okay? So, I knew after like a couple of weeks of being this broken-hearted girl, staying in the house, staying in my room, I was paranoid. I thought I was schizophrenic because for whatever reason, I didn't want to leave out my house. I was too scared to walk out my doors. You know, at the time I was living with my mom, so you know, she was helping me with my kid per usual. Whether I was heartbroken or not, if I live in a house with my mother, her grandson is there. It's a village. People are going to help you. But it was until one day when I got in the shower. And I just bust out crying in the shower. And I got out the shower. And I wanted to pick my son up. And I couldn't physically pick my son up. And I knew then something was wrong with me. But it was all starting here in the head, in the mental. And I never forget, 2 of my girlfriends were calling me, you know, trying to help me cope and everything. And one of my girlfriends was like, you need to do something to your hair. Like, do something to your hair. And I was going back and forth with, like, video calling my friend Christina and my friend Lisa. Hey, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Christina had told me I needed to do something to my hair. And there were other friends there, too, just in case anybody feels offended. Everybody was there to help me. But these 2 specifically, one of them told me I needed to do something to my hair. And I was on the phone on Google Duo with Lisa one time. And I was like, look, at least I did my hair today. And as you can see, the picture from the thumbnail, that was me with the shot cornrows, with the Meek Mill cornrows. And I was crying. So I was like, I just took a picture of myself just to see how I looked then. Like, you know how people be, you cried in the mirror before. Don't act like you never cried in the mirror before, because you cried in the mirror before. So I was like, I just want to see how I look. Like, I don't see what everybody else is saying, because right now I'm just soaking in to my heartbreak. So I took a picture of myself and I was like, oh my God, I look dead to the bed. And I just kept that picture forever. It's just a reminder of how far I've come on my healing journey. But long story short, going back to, I got out the shower. And I was in the living room, and I was in my mother's shower, and I got out of my mother's shower. My mother was in the bed, and I had my towel on and stuff. I was getting ready to go into the other room and get dressed, and I just bust out crying. I was like, I can't function. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, hell to the no. Like, I can't function. People, you don't let no man do this to you. And sometimes it's not about a man doing to you. It's just about how it feels at the moment. So you kind of have to, number one, go through the feels. Go through all the feels. That's going to be number 1 on the list. Go through all the feels. Hold on, y'all. Here go my mother calling me right now. Hello? Thanks, but hold on. Let me call you right back. I'm filming something. Okay. So you have to kind of go through all the feels. But since I knew something mentally was happening to me, I didn't want to leave out my house. I couldn't pick up my son physically. Like, all of that stuff stems from my mental. Like, I wasn't sick, but I was making myself sick. So I got to Googling again. I was like, oh, you need a therapist. Because at this point, you're bad. You are far gone. Way worse than I thought I would have ever been over a breakup. But it did break my heart. So I went on blacktherapist.com. I was Googling what black women therapists because I knew I needed somebody that was relatable, but somebody who was going to tell me the truth, but also I could, you know, from sister to sister. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a man really won't understand the pain from a woman. You know what I'm saying? The pain of a woman. So I called about 20 therapists, and at the time, this was July 2020, so we had only been in the pandemic since like March, so April, May, June, July, 4 months. And at this time, everybody needed to see a therapist. Every therapist that I called, I'm booked. I'm busy. I can't take you. I'm over capacity. I'm overly booked. Everybody has called at this point to get a therapist. There was this one therapist that I called. And I'm on the phone like, hello? Hello? Are you available? And the therapist is just like, ma'am, are you there? Are you there? Can you hear me? And I'm just like, yes, like, I can barely speak. Then this is true story. I can barely speak. So I'm like, yeah, I was looking, I found you, or do you have any availability? And let me tell you why this therapist stuck out. This therapist stuck out because she asked me a ton of questions. This was not even my evaluation, and she asked me all of these questions. What's wrong? Where's it coming from? Have you ever been to therapy? Do you feel like harming yourself? And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I never wanted to harm myself, but I definitely didn't want to wake up in the morning. But that's in the hand of them, and I thank God that he did wake me up. I wanted to be alive, but I was like, if I could just sleep this off, and that's a form of depression. So, first things first, you gotta let that thing sting. Secondly, if you need to get help, go get you some help, and that was the second thing I did on my list. I said, I need to go get help. And I called my therapist. I wish I could say her name, but she has forbidden me of saying her name and putting it out there. But, hey girl, I'm gonna text you later. Tell you I'm doing this video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you this video. And she asked me a ton of questions. And she said, I'm booked, but I'm going to find a way to schedule you in. Call me on Monday. This was like a Friday or Saturday. I don't even know what I was doing calling people on Saturdays. Doctor's offices are closed. People are only doing video. And it's Saturday, sis. And I found her number and I called her and she just so happened to answer. And I'm a Christian who thinks that you can have both therapy and theology. T-shirts coming soon. So I had to pray like, Lord, give me the right therapist, because all these other people, they janky. Nobody's answering. Nobody's, you know, telling me what they can do for me. Like, nobody wants to take me. Don't nobody got the United Healthcare. And I'm like, girl, that's the creme de la creme of the healthcare. Like, somebody take me. I'm going crazy in the head. Somebody take me to their doctor's office. Give me something. You know, give me pop a little pill for me or something. I was willing to do whatever it took to feel better. Plain and simple. So she said, call me back on a Monday and I'm gonna find a way to schedule you in. This was at like mid-July, maybe like the end of July. I called her back on that Monday and she kept her word, and that's how I knew she was gonna be a good therapist, because by August 1st, I was video chatting her. I saw her every Thursday at 4 p.m. We never missed a beat. Unless she got sick, unless I, you know, but we never, ever, ever missed a day of therapy. And I went for 14 months straight. And that is the third thing that I want to get to on how to heal. You have to be committed to healing. I was committed to going to therapy. Therapy is a commitment. And I had to commit to myself. That's the only promise I had to keep to myself. My nigga ain't keep no promise to me. Nobody could keep nothing to me. I didn't want to hear what nobody had to say. I was sad. Do you hear me? I was sad, girl. I was sad. So I'm like, at least it's the only commitment that I could keep to myself. And then I had to throw this in there for a little razzle dazzle. I had a whole other little person who didn't give a shit about what I was going through. And no shade to DJ. DJ know I love him and I know he loves his mother, but he does not know. So I had to make sure I was good for him. And it was so bad. One time I was in the bed crying, in my mother's bed crying. It was just one of them days, like Monica, just one of them days. I was in the bed and I was crying, and my son was playing with a box of tissue. And he was like, "Mommy, you crying? You need the tissue? Here, let me get the tissue for you." And he started wiping my eyes, and I was like, excuse my French, I was like, bitch, if you don't get your shit together, you not about to let DJ see you fail. But also, I did have to let DJ see me put the pieces back together again, because mommy was going through something. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't cope, and I had to learn how to cope. So, how to heal off heartbreak? Number one, you're gonna have to let that thing sting. Number two, if you need to go get help, go get help. Call your therapist, call your pastor, but I recommend professional help. Number three, be committed to your healing. I was committed to my healing. I really was. I was committed to my healing. I had to learn what triggers were, and we're gonna break that down, y'all. Let's define what a trigger is. Google is your friend, and we're gonna define what a trigger is. Okay? Triggers. Not like Trey songs, but triggers, not trigger. Trigger Trey. Trigger. Okay, not like that. So, definition of a trigger. Okay? So, now they gave me the definition of a gun trigger. I don't want that one. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, so cause or an event or a situation to happen and exist. Or it can be of an event or situation to have something to do like a death. So a trigger is something that basically a cause, or it's basically cause and effect. Okay, the event or situation that have taken place, it bothers you, and every time you hear something that reminds you of that person or that place or that thing, it gives you a feeling in the stomach. And I had all of these gut feelings. Put a pin in that, y'all. Ladies specifically, if God has given you that women intuition and that discernment, and your gut is telling you something, it's not lying. I promise you. If something's wrong in your stomach, not here, not overthinking, because I had to learn the difference between my head and my gut. If I felt that shit in my stomach, something was wrong. But if I felt it here, that was probably me overthinking. And we have to learn the difference, baby. Then our gut feelings and our overthinking. And that's what I had to learn. So I had to learn about triggers. When I went to therapy, I did not know that my breakup was traumatic until she broke it down to me. And in that, I was committed again to doing the work. So, when you go to therapy, you're going to get homework. If you have a really good therapist, she's going to give you homework. She's going to challenge you. He's going to get you to think. Not advice, but their job is to get you to think. And when you're going to therapy, you can be like, oh, I'm here for a heartbreak because that nigga broke my heart. Or I'm here because my friend don't want to be friends with me no more. I'm here because I lost my job. Or I'm here because my daddy issues or whatever. But therapy, the therapist is always going to bring it back to you. Okay? Not anybody else. Therapy was for me at this moment. So I went in due to the heartbreak, and a whole bunch of other things came out. But I was committed to doing the work. And in that, like I said, I spent 14 months in therapy. And this was a good book that my therapist told me to get during our time in therapy. And it is called A Gentle Step-by-Step Guide, Healing the Trauma of Abuse, A Woman's Workbook by Mary Ellen Copeland, MA, MS, Maxine Harris, PhD. So what this book did for me, it was a workbook, and I still write in this workbook. As you can see, I actually, it can't focus, but as you can see, I actually do homework out of this workbook, okay? So, nobody abused me, but abuse is not just physical, it could be mental, and abuse can come from yourself. Your self-esteem can be so low from things that you've allowed, and that is a form of abuse to yourself. So this book definitely helped me a lot on how to heal from heartbreak. So, number one, like I said, we always gonna revisit our list. You're gonna have to let that thing sting. Number two, if you need help, you gotta get help. Number three, you gotta be committed. And then number four, you got to do the work, baby. You got to do the work. I know it is easier said than done, but sometimes you do have to let that shit go. Okay, and I I'm still trying to let certain things go. Like, it's not harboring over me. It doesn't consume me anymore. It, you know, literally there were times I was like, am I not good enough? And I'm a bad bitch. Okay? Excuse my language, y'all. Sorry to the saints. But I know how it feels to wake up every day for a period of time and thinking that, what did I do wrong? Am I not good enough? And there's a difference between self-reflection and beating yourself up. So of course, you know, if you're self-reflecting, you want to say, okay, in my next relationship, I want to do X, Y, and Z different. In my next set of friends, I want to do X, Y, and Z different. At my next job, I want to do X, Y, and Z differently than what I did. So I'm learning from those experiences, but to wake up and feel like, nobody wants me. What did I do wrong? You don't deserve me. No, I'm just playing. But you know, there's a total difference in getting up and blaming yourself. And there was a period of time where I got up and I didn't think that I was good enough. So once I went to therapy, all of that came out. Yes, oh, flagellae, whatever, what you want to call it, whoop de whoop with the wigs. I was suffering from a piece of low self-esteem. And let's break down self-esteem, because your family can play on your self-esteem. Your man can play on your self-esteem. Your confidence can play on your self-esteem. But you have to build yourself up so much to where none of that stuff. None of that. It's like boo boo, boo boo, little omega hands, whatever you want to call them. You kind of got to block that stuff out. You got to release it to the world. Will release it from you in your world, or she will be suffering forever. So just a couple of things that I had done to heal from this heartbreak was definitely letting it go. And here's the thing, you can always let it go. You may not be harboring those feelings anymore. It may not hurt you anymore. You may not give a flying shit. But the things that person done to you, or what you feel like they have done to you, still may hurt you. So just because you let something go, that does not mean it doesn't hurt you. The events that happen does not hurt you. So I let it go, but when I think of some of the things, it's still hurtful. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer a hurt person. I ain't a scorned, angry black woman. I ain't no bitter baby mama, nothing like that. Da, 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 da. But you think of things, it's like, damn, that was kind of hurtful, right? But once you let it go and you release it, it's released. You know, you'll sleep better at night, okay? Listen, so if you're out there and you're dealing with the heartbreak, just remember to commit to the healing process. And listen, healing does not start at the mountaintops. Word to Iyanla. Healing begins at the valley low. As you can see that picture of me on this thumbnail, that is when I was healing. Not when I was all sunshine and rain, pleasure and pain. Baby, you got to go through the gutter to get that healing. It's not all roses and meditations and eating fruit in the morning and blasting music and I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am that bitch, I am gonna go get that bag and I am not gonna take your shit. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good, but nobody knows when you're crying in your bed alone. You know? Those are the healing that is the healing that needs to happen. Cry it out, thug it out, scream it out, yell it out. Baby, go throw some axes, whatever the thing is, you know, axe throwing. Boom, oh shit, shoot. Go throw an axe, okay? Go throw an axe. Yeah, so like I was saying, go throw an axe, go scream, go yell it out, go stomp it out. You have to do what it takes to make you feel better. And that's all I have to say. Not even all I have to say, but I'm telling y'all, you have to commit yourself to not wanting to be a heartbroken person anymore. And let me tell you, the best thing that you can do to heal your heartbreak is to give it time. Okay? Respect time, as my therapist would say. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be an easy journey, but time heals all. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, you get you a good church. Listen, okay? You go to a good church. You get you some friends that'll help you. You don't have to dump on them, but they will understand. If they are your friends and they are your real friends, they will understand at the moment that sis ain't right. Sis going through some things. Show grace, okay? Amazing grace. If it wasn't for God's grace, I wouldn't be able to sit here and tell you how to heal your heartbreak. Show grace, learn grace, find some grace, give some grace, figure it out. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Jesus, I'm just saying. Listen. But give your heart time to heal. You can't sleep it out with no other man. You can't party it out with your girlfriends. You can't drink it away. You can't smoke it away. I tried to drink it away. I tried to put one in the air. You can't do that. You gotta give it time. You wanna know how to heal from that heartbreak? Give it time. It's time to make a change. Give it time. I'm telling you, time will heal. Listen, you will feel better on day 7 than you did on day 7D. And always, always, always be kind to yourself. Your healing process is your journey. And when I tell you it's ebbs and flows, it goes up and down. Just like this. Some days you might wake up and be like, oh, I feel good. I can conquer the world. The other days you might be like, you know what, you simple ass da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we got to learn how we respond. And we got to learn not to give our energy out. And to just, you know, I'm not big on the whole chakras and energies and vibrations and all of that. But I do believe what you put out is what you bring back. And sometimes you just got to woosah. Okay? I started my mornings off once I started going to therapy and I started to learn a little bit more about myself and who I was and who I wanted to become and how I wanted to heal. I would get up in the morning, I would walk. Walking helped me so much. I dropped 30 pounds. Walking had helped me so much. One time I did 20,000 steps. Okay, where was I going? Okay, was I walking to Brooklyn for the cheesecake? Where was I going? I walked 20,000 steps in one setting. Sometimes I would do 20,000 in a day. This was 20,000 in one setting. I would put my AirPods in and as I was walking, I would cry it out. I didn't care if it was outside. It was summertime. I put my shades on. I would have my mask on. Nobody could see me. I didn't care. And I didn't care if they didn't. I would cry it out. And when you have feelings and you need to express your feelings and get your feelings out, do it unapologetically. Do it unapologetically. Get your feelings out. Push your feelings out. You don't have to project them on other people, but if you feel away, get it out. Get it out alone. I would get up in the morning. I would do my Christian meditation. I would spend at least 20 minutes with the Lord, just being silent. Silent. And that's the best thing you can do to help heal your heartbreak is to be at peace. Peace, be still. Silent, know that this too shall pass. There were some things that I wish that I could have done differently on my healing journey, and I can't take it back in this water under the bridge, but I'm kind to myself. Okay, you see my shirt? It says, be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. But every day is not a strong moment. You don't have to be strong every day, and sis, that's okay. Bro, that's okay. So remember, if you want to heal your heartbreak, all you have to do is be committed to the healing. If you need to call somebody, call somebody. Let that thing sting, let it out, but respect time. Time heals all. Y'all, I'm out dropping content all this week. Okay, y'all know sis ain't heartbroken no more or whatever, and we out here in these streets, baby, when Rona die down. So the next video y'all gonna see is how to restore my faith in dating and embracing this good old singleness. Because just because you're single doesn't mean you can't be happy. And I shall see y'all in my next video. Goodbye.